All right, guys. So we're back. I feel like this is pretty recent for another video. Granted, we only basically do Magic box breaks at this point because there's really not any other product that comes out on a regular basis or that's coming out that we're opening for the store. Weiss hasn't been really good lately. Card Fight Vanguard has basically been non-existent on product that's worth opening. We don't open Lorcana for singles. We do a little bit of Star Wars, but that's mainly John ripping a box, maybe two in his office. I'll listen to a couple things just because he likes Star Wars and he likes to open things. I like Star Wars too, but he brings me like 10 cards to list, or he lists them himself. We're basically been focusing on Magic the last handful of months, and which is fine because WotC just keeps dumping product out there. It's non-stop. So that being said, a month ago I opened Moho and Bloomburrow is already here. So I got 12 boxes. I don't get to open the inner cases and show you guys everything because we got a ton of loose boxes sent to us. So I'm going to open all the loosies, and then we have all the sealed stuff in the shop. There's no serialized, but I think the big like crazy hit / hunt for Bloomburrow, I'm going to start lining these boxes up over here so I can open them, are the textured alt art planeswalkers. So like Jace, Liliana. I think there's more than just that. I want to say that there's more than the two, but I could be incorrect. Looks like borderless stuff is the big thing. The borderless and the showcase stuff for the most part. Which is huge. It's not showing the Commander product when you look at just Bloomburrow, because why would it? And I don't care enough to click through a gajillion things on TCG to find market pricing on all of that as well. So yeah, we got Bloomburrow in today. Hopefully get this video up a little early so that you guys get to see stuff before pre-release weekend and whatnot. That being said, we're just gonna crack right in on this. We've been down to doing mainly just Magic stuff for the most part, and honestly I don't mind that. The boxes do not have any kind of toppers or anything of that sort. It's just 12 collector's packs. So we're going to try to get through 12 booster boxes today. I've got here, and then yeah, get all the cards listed. Hopefully we hit something cool. I have not been like super on top of the spoilers and whatnot for Bloomburrow. I think the set is cool and it's cute and it's fun, and I like the red wall reference. Oh, we're going reverse on the packs where the rares are in the front. So we got an alt art Quan, Fable Passage full art, a showcase Mockingbird, Mermation. So we're just all Commander stuff. Manifold Mouse. So it looks like we're 5 rares on the 5 rares right out of the front. I don't know if there's any commons and uncommons that are super crazy. Like I said, I haven't kept up with the spoilers for this set. I think there's only a handful of cards that like I've been looking at from like a playability standpoint. Mabel, heir to Crag Flame. We got a Chatterfang. That's not a special guest, so like I guess we're getting a ton of reprints as well. Castrol the Windcrest, Wild Seer, Scoring Maw, Innkeeper's Talent. The basics are really cool. So the basics have, the full art basics have 4 different arts. Also, the whole pack is foil. There's no non-foils. I haven't seen any non-foil in the... Normally there's like 1 or 2 uncommons that are non-foil, maybe. I'm losing track with all these. I think that's a good one. The Rotten Mouth Viper showcase foil. Oh yeah, Liliana the Dark Realms reprint. Tender Wild Guide. Moonstone Eulogist. Another Castrol the Windcrest. We're already doubling up on cards that we've already opened, which is great. It's fun, awesome. 3 packs in and we're already hitting dupes. Stuck together. Paw Patch Recruiter, Iridescent Vine Lasher, Valley Mistcaller, Scurry of Squirrels, and Azure Beastbinder. Again, I don't think that there's any commons or uncommons that are like some crazy like $4 or something along that set. Actually, let's look. Emberheart Challenger seems to be the big front runner. That's like the nuts. So I guess if we see one of those, we see one of those. Valley Rotcaller. These are all sticking to the tokens. Baleful Strix. That's a nice little reprint. Whisker Veil Forerunner. Rapid Augmenter. Storm Splitter. Oh, this is the one that everybody's hyped on. Storm Splitter. Yeah, Mockingbird. Ugh. This art. Of course I would open the Karn. Goddamn Karn tree. I hate it. Valley Quester, Bright Cat Badger. Karn's like one of my favorite characters. Dawn's Truce. And turn him into a fucking tree. Why? Why a tree? He looks like the vacuum cleaner from Brave Little Toaster. Oh, that fish token looks good. We got a Bop. Everybody loves Bops. Seasons of Lost. Azure Beastbinder. Echoing Assault. Scavenger's Talent. Yeah. Goddamn Karn the Great Creator tree version. Snail. Ooh, this is fancy. Myria Trash Tactician. Looks like a gilded foil almost. It's definitely some sort of textured. We got a Camellia the Seed Miser. I like the showcase split on the art there, the color split. Wishing Well. Pyro Swipe Hawk, Hired Claw. I don't know. I hate that Karn, but also for the memes, I might pick it up because I leave in about a week for Oklahoma for Land Run. Portent of Calamity, Squirrel Mob, Mabel the Hare to Cragflame, Swarmyard Massacre, Eluge the Shoreless Sea. Yeah, I'm going to be in Oklahoma, so if you're going to Land Run, because you play Vintage or Legacy, I will be there. Say what's up. Valley Flood Caller, Seasons of Weaving, Dream Dew Entrancer, Thickest of the Thicket, and Artisan's Talent. Again, I have not seen a Emberheart Challenger so wait, Emberheart Challengers are rare. Why did it pop up? Why did it propagate in the uncommons? There are no crazy uncommons. They're all like 50 cents. Oh, fell. Oh, there's some. Put a rare in the uncommons on TCG because TCG. Tender Wild Guide, Salvation Swan, Finis H. Archer. There we go. We got a Domri who's a. Fuck, what is that? I don't know. It's some sort of wombat or something. And then Zorline Cosmos Caller. Oh, wombat, I guess. I'm actually stoked to not open any of these myself. Ooh. Liliana the Dark Realms foil alt art. And a Maronar. Cruel Claws Heist. These cards here, so like Cruel Claws and a couple of the other ones that gift a card, I think they're, in the long run, going to be super playable in Legacy, where you can play Hull Breacher and Narset and Chains of Mephistopheles like in quantity, so that the giving your opponent a card is actually a huge drawback. Bellow Bard of Brambles and Seasons of Loss. Yeah, I think that while right now they're like kind of okay for, so for Pioneer you can get away with Narset. There's not a whole lot of other effects that are damaging for your opponent to be drawing extra cards. But in Legacy and Vintage, Hull Breacher is just like a mainstay. Vintage Narset's restricted. I'm gonna open a couple of these boxes and chat just for a second, just so that I'm a little bit ahead of the situation. Narset's restricted for good reasons, but it definitely puts those cards that gift a card in a weird position of playability, just because you then have a way to basically get extra value out of forcing your opponent to draw. I think Legacy, like Pox style decks with things that give your opponent extra cards and then play Chains of Mephistopheles is really good. But it's also like been off the map for so long. Valley Flamecaller, another Chatterfang, Iridescent Vine Lasher, a 20-toed Toad, a Fabled Passage, a stack of nothing. Look, more Fabled Passages. Another Liliana. Valley Mistcaller, Mightcaller, Prosperous Bandit, and Whiskervale Forerunner. We are going to end up with so many Lilianas that Liliana of the Dark Realms is no longer going to be like a $10, $12 card. Wow, look at that. Chatterfang Squirrel General with the gold gilding filigree. Looks really good. Whiskervale Forerunner, Valley Quest Caller, Evercoat Ursine, Sunspine Lynx. This card is hilarious and also kind of pisses me off. Being the basically Price of Progress on a 5/4. Portent of Calamity, Baleful Strix, Byway Barterer, Calamity of Cinders, and Maha. It's Featherless Knight. This is one of the hype cards out of the set. Giving everything your opponents have toughness 1, and then people are talking about playing it with like Karavek or Knight of Souls Betrayal. Oh, that's a cool looking squirrel token. Valley of the Floodcaller. Jesus, another one of these Karns. Ugh. Thornvault Forager. Tempt with Bunnies. Phineas Ace Archer. Tempt with Bunnies. That's hilarious. Look, a fish. Hi, Aquaman. Tender Wild Caller. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Teferi Time Raveler. I know somebody who wants that immediately. Portent of Calamity. We got a Garruk. He looks good. Badger. Festival of Ambers. Yes, I know I'm not fanning through the commons and the uncommons because we already said that there was no good ones. Mabel. There we go. We got a first Jace the Fox Sculptor. Keen-Eyed Curator. A Bloodroot Apothecary. This is hilarious when that got spoiled. And Osteomancer Adept. I'm just stacking these basics and commons and uncommons because they're just going to end up in a box under my desk indefinitely. Foil Quan. We got a Gilded Goose. A Lunar Convocation. A Steel Burr Champion. Paw Patch Recruit. Oh, look, a wall. Oh, look, another patch pack. Recruit, Jesus. Arcborn Battler, Clement the Wortworthy, a Mrs. Brambleflower, and a Valley Flamecaller. Gotta move this cord. My mic cord is tickling my leg, and it's extremely annoying. Season of the Burrow. That card looks black. I almost put it with the black card. It's white. Hugs. Valley Floodcaller. A Trail Tracker Scout. And a Warren Warleader. Look, it's a bait. Ooh, we got a Foil Ink Eyes reprint. Valley Root Caller. Jackdaw Savior. A Rolling Ham Sphere. Good, now I don't have to look at those cards. A Jackdaw Savior again. And then lands in basics. Or basics and commons. There you go. We got a rat that gets pumped. So it's a Was that rat? There was a rat that did this in like 7th edition. I'll never remember its name until well after the video. Valerie Rotcaller, a hired claw, Dawn's Truce, Insatiable Frugivore, and another Valley Rotcaller. Oh, we moved the tray while trying to pick up all of the pack wrappers. Actually, it doesn't look bad there instead. Here, we'll shimmy it over just a little bit more and you guys will be able to see. You'll see less of the commons and uncommons, and so basically tokens and basics. There we go. So we're getting about one of these a box, is what it looks like. Mrs. Brumbleflower. So we'll have an okay amount of these to list. These will be cool cards. I hope they're up on TCG already, and it's not going to be a situation where I'm sitting on these cards for weeks waiting for TCG to get their shit together. Baleful Strix, Valley Might Caller, Moonstone, Urologist, Tender Wild Guide. Like that Ulamog serialized that we opened out of the Moho 3 stuff was a nightmare. Like, they just went up on TCG like 2 weeks ago or some shit, or 3 weeks ago. Derevi. Fuck. I gotta look at another one of these cards in his stupid waffle iron face. Whisker Veil Forerunner. Scurry of Squirrels. Wick, the Whirled Mine. This is the snail dude. The rat that loves snails. A Thornval Forager, another Teferi Time Raveler, a Valley Quest Caller, and a Rapid Augmenter, and a Fukund Grease Shell. What does you control 10 or more lands, creatures you control get +2/+2. Oh, seems interesting. Not. Fountain Port. Another Jace the Mind Sculptor. Byway Barterer. Bright Cat Badger. And another Sunspine Lynx. Waiting for the boys to be like lunches here. Oh, they said it a couple minutes ago. Valley Flamecaller, Gilded Goose, Thornfall Forager, Octomancer, Storm Chaser's Talent, well, we're gonna have a transition because I'm gonna go eat lunch. Fable Passage, Portent of Calamity, Keen-Dying Curator, Jacked Rabbit, Eluge the Shoreless Sea. Get in the tray. Another Portent of Calamity, Lunar Convocation, Hearthborn Battler, Hazel's Brewmaster, and Valley Root Caller. Valley Flood Caller, Hugs, Clement, a 20-toed Toad, and Zorline. Tender Wild Guide, Narset Parter Veils, Valley Flood Caller, a Garruk, Seasons of Loss. Mabel, Valley Root Caller, Jackdaw Savior, Prosperous Bandit, Portent of Calamity. Had a lot of Portent of Calamities. I'm kind of already tired of seeing them. A foil Chatterfang, Hired Claw, a Dawn's Truce, an Overcurt Ursine, and an Ostomancer Adept. And then for the last pack for box 3, we've got a Gilded Goose, a Helga, an Alania, an Elspeth, a Castrol. Alright, so that was the end of box 3. I am going to take a very small break. You guys won't even know. So yeah. What was I saying? Was I thinking it? Was it out loud? What year is it? Ember Challenger, Osteomancer Adept, Scrap Shooter, Polywog Prodigy, and Phineas Ace Archer. A Canine Curator, a Sunspine Lynx, Kit Nap, and a Rootcaster Apprenticeship. Oh, sorry. Another Osteomancer Adept. I keep forgetting there's 5 in these. Manifold Mouse. The Gitrog Monster. Dour Port Mage. Moonstone Urologist. Yigra. Sylvan Tutor, Squirrel Mob, For the Common Good, the Odd Acorn Gang, and a Camellia. So we're into box 4. Mistbreath Elder, Warren Warleader, Valley Flamecaller, a Tameo Field Researcher, a Thornvault Forager. Salvation Swan, Emberheart Challenger, Wick the World Mind, Rapid Augmenter, and Whiskervale Forerunner. Foil Karn, Festival Embers, Fecundin Green Shell, Steel Burr Champion, Storm Chaser's Talent. Derevi, Fountain Port, Trail Tracker Scout, Helga. Byway Bartender, a Yigra, a Manifold Mouse, Arthur the Marigold Knight, and a Valley Rot Caller, not Root Caller. Got a Jackdaw Savior, an Ink Eyes, Thunder Trap Trainer, a Rolling Ham Sphere, and a Tender Wild Guide. Dawn's Truce, Kaikar, Essence Chandler, Insatiable Frugivore, and Portent of Calamity. Foil Chatterfang, a Quan, a Mistbreath Elder, a Communal Brewing, Emberheart Challenger. Alright, that is it for box 4. Wow. Those foil etched ones are, I thought they were in every box, but I guess we just got real lucky in 3 out of 4. We either got real lucky and got 3 out of 4, or we got really unlucky and we're missing one. That's how the math works. Valley Quest Caller, Glarb, Phineas, Pyre Swipe, Hawk, Mockingbird. Kindred Charger. Or sorry, Kindred Charge. Gilded Goose. Rule Calls Heist. Zinnia. The infamous Cruel Claw. Foil Jace the Mind Sculptor. Season of the Bold. A Fable Passage. A Rolling Hamsphere. And an Essence Chandler. Got an Ant Queen, a Maronar, a Mockingbird, Evercoat Ursine, and a Scrap Shooter. An infamous Cruel Claw, a Crastral, Tender Wild Guide, a Prosperous Bandit, and a Valley Flood Caller. Customancer Adept, Beza, the Bounding Spring, Iridescent Vine Lasher, Mr. Foxglove, and a Valley Flame Caller. Excuse me. Got a Dream Dew Entrancer. Lumra, Bellowing of the Woods, Coiling Rebirth, a Gate Investigator, and a Door Port Mage. Oh, look at that. Ral Emblem. Sunspine Lynx, a Nissa who shakes the world. A Starfall Invocation, a Mermation, and a Mara Trash Tactician. Dark Star Augur, Season of Burrow, Azure Beastbinder, In the Thicket, and a Sunspine Lynx. Gilded Goose, Camilla, a Wishing Well, a 20-toed Toad, and a Hugs. Castrol, Mabel, Dream Dew and Tracer, Echoing Assault, and a Valley Quest Caller. Hired Claw, Baleful Strix, Salvation Swan, Steelbur Champion, Fabled Passage. Huh. Alright, well. That's another box without a gilded foil. So maybe it's not one per box. Delport Mage, Narset, Hearthborn Battler, Polywog Prodigy, and a Vren, the Relentless. Essence Chandler, the infamous Cruel Claw, Clement, Domri, Scavenger's Talent. Whiskervale Forerunner, another Nissa who shakes the world. Valley Floodcaller, Tempt with Bunnies. Got a first Ral Crackling Wit. Beza, Luminous Broodmoth, Valley Rotcaller, Swarmyard Massacre, and a Storm Chaser's Talent. A foil Narset, Jackdaw Savior, Hired Claw, Scurry of Squirrels, and a Festival of Embers. Foil Gitrog, Dawn's Truce, Alana, a Rootcast Apprenticeship, and a Keen-Eyed Curator. Clement, Derevi, Valley Mightcaller, Communal Brewing, and a Mabel, Air the Crag Flame. Valley Mightcaller, a Alt-Art Ral, Whiskervale Forerunner, Calamity of Cinders, and a Fecund Green Shell. Starfall Invocation, Ant Queen, Valley Quest Caller, Perch Protection, and a Dark Star Augur. Alright, last 3 packs of Case 1. Foil Baleful Strix, Season of Gathering, Byway Barterer, Satiable Fergivore, Kitnap. There we go. A Marion. Oh, so we have a second Trash Tactician. Wow. At least we doubled up, right? Thorn Vault Forager, Potent of Calamity. This is Brumbleflower, and a Lumra, Bellow of the Woods. Wick, the Whirled Mind, Keen Eye Curator, Lunar Convocation, a Garuk, and a Starfall Invocation. Alright, clean these packs up. I am also going to find a home for the tokens, commons, and uncommons, which I think is going to have to be just right here for now. Just until I can get a long box from the shop. Actually, we're going to send a flare out. Oh, that's cool. SC for everybody who's an RCQ and PT grinder. We just got sent this. This is the regional championship tweet from Star City announcing the locations for the regional locations for this season. So it is both Portland and Charlotte. For those of you unaware, they are splitting the season with 2 locations to play at. So basically you can get 2 invites per RCQ season now. And you can still play even though you have invites. So you play, you get an invite. Your invite qualifies you for the first location of the season. And then your you can either go to that one, or you can skip that one and you automatically get enrolled in the second one of the season. Or if you have 2 invites, your first one will qualify you for the first location of the season, and then your second one will automatically qualify you for the second location of the season. So now you get 2 shots at, you get as many shots as you want at your locals to get to regionals, and then regionals will be at 2 locations, which is cool because before you like had to hard travel to like, I know that like I had friends from the West Coast that was like, God, I hate having to go all the way to Atlanta for Pioneer season. And then like for me, like I was not stoked to go to San Diego for the couple of regionals that were there. So, and then even Dallas wasn't that fun of an adventure and a trip. Sure, it's all bunched up. So this is kind of cool having a secondary location for each season, which is nice. And Portland, nice West Coast, and then Charlotte here on the East Coast. Basically, if you live in the middle of the country, you got to travel either way. Charlotte's close enough for us here in Florida, probably drive. But Portland, I'm definitely flying. Kindred Charge, Ant Queen, Hearthborn Battler, Bellio, Essence Chandler. We are cracking in on this second case. My goal is to rip these boxes in about an hour, because then I gotta leave. Yigra, Seasons of Lost, Clement, Sword of the Squeak for the Common Good. And I've sent a flare to the boys so that somebody can bring me a card box for the commons and uncommons. Got an Ink Eyes, a Squirrel Mob, a Valley Flood Caller, a Pyre's Swape Hawk, and a Row. We got a Maha Alt Art, a Seasons Weaving, a Valley Rot Caller, a Swarmyard Massacre, and a Coil Rebirth. Again, I think all these gift cards are going to end up being hidden gems. Finis, Marinar, Jackdaw Savior, Thickest of the Thicket, Tender Wild Guide. Hearthborn Battler, Hired Claw, Dawn's Truce, a Domri, which I still can't tell what he is. Maybe he's a Wombat. Wishing You Well. I wish I could tell what the fuck you was. For the Common Good, another Chatterfang, Alana, Murmuration, Starfall Invocation. Azure Beastbinder, Darkstar Augur, Paw Patch Recruiter, Moonstone Eulogist, Jackdaw Savior. Byway, Barterer, Liliana of the Dark Realms, Festival of Embers, Scurry of Squirrels, and a Clement, the Worry Wart. Got a Jackdaw, a Baleful Strix, Fecund Green Shell, Rapid Augmenter, and a second Fecund Green Shell in the same pack. Dawn's Truce, Fountain Port, Manifold Mouse, Bright Cat Badger, and I think that's our first 3-tree city, but I will take a quick glance and look. It is. Now, what season is this? So, for all of you who don't know, the 3-tree city has 4 arts, and the arts depict a season. This looks like summer or spring. It basically is the same as Mishra's factories from Antiquities, where you had a winter, a summer, a spring, and a fall. Emberheart Challenger, Karn, Thundertrap Trainer, Octomancer, Zorling. Alright, so we are 7 out of 12 boxes, and we are only 4 on the gilded foils. So clearly it's not 1 per box, and we just got really nuts on hitting 3 out of 3 to start with. Azure Beastbinder, Keen-Eyed Curator, Lunar Convention, Bright Cat Badger, Festival of Embers. So if you don't get one, don't feel bad, because you're watching me in real time open 12 boxes, and I'm at right about the 50% mark. Luminous Broodmoth, Warren Warleader, Heartburn Battler, Octomancer, and Season of the Bold. A second foil Karn the Great Creator with a Nissa, Clement, Trail Tracker Scout, and a Valley Root Caller. God, Byway Barterer, Season of the Burrow, Valley Flood Caller, Hazel's Brewmaster, Clement. Jackdaw Savior, Baleful Strix, Valley Rock Caller, a Bloodroot Apothecary, and a Kit Nap. Derevi, Jackdaw Savior, Hired Claw, Agate Investigator, Dream Dew. That seems like that's the last of that. Hey, there we go. A Gev, Scaled Scorcher, or Scaled Scorch. Art on that looks pretty cool too. Let you guys take a better look at this. You can see the gold. Kaikar, Tender Wild Guide, Mr. Foxglove, and a Fecund Green Shell. Fecund. It's a fucking green shell. Coiling Rebirth, Quan, Iridescent Vine Lasher, Arthur, a Gev. That rounds that pack out. It's a Fairy Time Rattler foil, a Git Rog Monster, a Valley Might Caller, Swarmyard Massacre, and a Whisker Veil Forerunner. Phineas, Whisker Veil Forerunner, Valley Quest Caller, Scurry of Squirrels, and a Sunspine Lynx. Hearthborn Battler, Squirrel Mob, Byway Borderer, Rootcast Apprenticeship, and an Ostomancer Adept. And the last of pack for the box. For the Common Good, Thornvault Forager, Portent of Calamity, Jacked Rabbit, and Jackdaw Savior. Alright, we got 4 boxes left. I'm going to cut the cellophane on all of them. Just put my knife away. And we are going to go pretty quick, a little savage on these ones. All right, 4 boxes left. They're all right here. Let's send it. Mistbreath Elder, Thundercrap Trainer, Essence Channeler, and a Domri. Oh, and a Maha. Not just a Domri. And then we have a Gilded Goose, a Maronar, a Mistbreath Elder, a Murmurmation, a Dort Poor Mage. I have a foil Jace the Mind Sculptor, a Beza, an Ostomancer Adept, and an Old Acorn with a Phineas. Foil Ant Queen, a Derevi, a Scrap Shooter, a Zinniva, an Artisan's Talent. Salvation Swan, a Rao Alt Art, a Sunspine Lynx, a Moonstone Eulogist, and a Warren Warleader. Dream Dew and Tracer, an Ant Queen, Kitnap, Scurry of Squirrels, and a Darkstar Augur. That's a, oh, okay. So I think this is the regular, these are the ones that have the alternates. Yeah? Yeah, this is the regular 3 tree, and then these full art 3 trees have different seasons. I think this is summer. Dawn's Truce, Alana, Perch Protection, Glarb. Dawn's Truce. Yeah, so there we go. So this is a foil one. I think this is summer. This is winter. Darkstar Augur, Echoing Assault, Patchpaw Recruiter. Emberheart Challenger, Glarb, Patchpaw Recruiter, Pyre Swipe Hawk, and a Dawn's Truce. Keen-Eyed Curator, Gilded Goose, Festival of Embers, a Swarmyard Massacre, and a Valley Flame Caller. Manifold Mouse, Fukin Green Shell, Fountain Port, Sword of the Squeak, Fable Passage. Another foil Shatterfang. I think that's like a playset now. Season of the Bold, Manifold Mouse, Thickest of the Thicket, and Keen Eye Curator. That is. Throwing pack wrappers. Castrol, Derevi, Wishing Well, Arthur, and an Artisan's Talent. Got a Hired Claw, a Mabel, a Dream Dew and Tracer, a Trial Tracker Scout, and a second Dream Dew and Tracer. We got In a Shy, Salvation Swung, Phineas, Rolling Hamsphere, and a Zur Beastbinder. Valley Quest Caller, Cruel's Heist, Fable Passage, Insatiable Fortitude, Frugivore, Dawn's Truce. After a little while, all the names in my head start to blur, and I'm just going to be jumble fucked. Osteomancer Adept, Yigra, Mockingbird, Communal Brewing, Glarb, Clement, Ink Eyes, Castrol, Polywog, and a Keen Eye Curator. Where the hell? I'll message the other person that is over there and ask them for a 960 as well, because I'm running out of space. Valley Might Caller, a Kaikar, Tender Wild Guide, a Sword of the Squeak, and a Fable Passage. A Bop, a Quan, an Iridescent Vine Lasher, a Rootcast Apprenticeship, and an Emberheart Challenger. We had a Liliana of the Dark Realms, a Gitrog, a Valley Might Caller, a Moonstone Eulogist, and a Cruel Call's Heist. Oh snap. That's a good one. I think that's like one of the most expensive cards in the set. Oh, this is a stretched out pack. Let's get a good clean. Jesus. These sleeves that are sitting on my desk. Liliana of the Dark Realms with the foil filigree etch showcase gilded, whatever you want to call it. That's a nice little hit. Squirrel Mob, Whisk Call Forerunner. Let me get that. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Rapid Augmenter, Maha Foil. Alright, I'm going to put this 960 together real quick. Get some of these commons and uncommons off of my desk and out of the sorting tray so I got room for everything. Probably ended up needing a 2-row, but I'll make a 960 work. for the moment, at least, to clean up some of this stuff. Granted, I'm going to go through it. I'm going to pull some commons and uncommons that are playable. I want a set of the basics for myself because the basics are also seasonal. So there's a summer, fall, winter, and spring art variant for all of the basics. So I'm kind of I have the basics that I play in decks, which are normally like pre-modern arts, unless it's a specific full art that I like. Quan, Warren War Leader, Valley Quest Caller, Agate Instigator, and a Phineas Ace Archer. But I do still collect the basics from sets. That's like one of my things. I have a binder that's got basics from all the sets and stuff. I wish they would make a 5-line binder so that I could put like mountain, swamp, plains, everything. The biggest they do is the 4, which doesn't quite catch everything. Starfall Invocation, Byway Barterer, Thornvault Forager, Murmurmation, and Valley Might Caller. Alright guys, we are 2 packs left, or sorry, not 2 packs, 2 boxes left. Mockbird, Mabel, Dream Dew, Sword of the Squeak, and a Vine Lasher. Squirrel Mob, Derevi, Salvation Swan, Poliwrog Prodigy, Valley Quest Caller. And then all these cards that I opened today, Crew Caller's Heist, 3 Tree City, so I think that's the same as the one that we already have. Yeah, it is. This might be spring. I think it's summer though. I gotta look at all of them together. Phineas, the Old Acorn Gang, and Tender Wild Guide. Helga, Yigra, Crew Caller's Heist, another Wombat Domri, and a Wishing Well. Thundertrap Trainer, Fable Passage, Mockingbird, 10th Bunnies, Zoraline. Oh, hell yeah, we got a Frogmite, Ink Eyes, a Castrol, a Wild Seer, and a Seasons of Gathering. No, Frogmite is not standard legal. That is a special guest. A Tender Wild Guide, a Hugs, an Emberheart Challenger, Overcurt Ursine, and a Heartborn Battler. Mabel, Narset, Wick the World Mind, Prosperous Bandit, and a Clement. Quan, Coiling Rebirth, Starfall Invocation, Communal Brewing for the Common Good. Rottenmouth Viper, a Helga, a Zur Beastbinder, a Calamity of Cinders, and a Coiling Rebirth. Paw Patch Recruiter, Bop, Camellia, perch protection. Yeah, and the regular 3 trees. Valley Rock Caller, Storm Splitter, Wishing Well, Insatiable Frugivore, and Valley Flood Caller. Alright, so we've got 1 box left worth of packs, which is sitting here. I'm going to clean up these pack wrappers real quick, and we will get into collector's box 12 of 12. Our numbers here are 6, so we are just we will be at 50% if we don't hit one more. Otherwise, we will be just above 50% with only 1 duplication. So let's see if we can be above the odds. Keen-Eyed Curator, a Teferi, an Essence Channeler, a Jacked Rabbit, and a Sunspine Lynx. An Eluge the Shoreless Sea, a Jace the Mind Sculptor, a Mistbreath Elder, Hazel's Brewmaster, and Iridescent Vine Lasher. We got 2 Gilded Geese, an Ostomancer Adept, the Old Acorn Gain, and a Festival of Embers. Secluded Courtyard, Hugs, Scrap Shooter, 20-Toed Toad, Season of Gathering. Manifold Mouse, another Narset, Sunspine Lynx, Prosperous Bandit, and a Gev, Scaled Scorcher. We might just barely make it with room to put some more multicolor here. Season of Gathering, Kidnap, Doorport Mage, Evercoat Ursula, Season of the Bold. Mistbreath Elder, Helga, For the Common Good, Calamity of Cinders, and Caretaker's Talent. Salvation Swan, a Bop, a Valley Flame Caller, a Wild Seer, and a Paw Patch Recruiter. Dream Drew and Tracer, Emberheart, Wick, Tempt with Bunnies, and a Thunder Trap Trainer. Alright, 3 packs. Foil Nissa. We got a 3-tree city. This one's different, so I think maybe this is spring. Coiling Rebirth, Mr. Foxglove, Clement. Oof, we're getting close. Sunspine Lynx, Storm Splitter, Starfall Invocation, Bloodroot Apothecary, Valley Flame Caller. The last pack of our double case break. Darkstar Augur, Azure Beastbinder, Camellia, Steelbird Champion, and a Scavenger's Talent. Well, we did not hit better than a 50% rate on the gilded foils. Now, that being said, we ripped 6, and we ripped 3 out of 1 box, out of the first 3 boxes. So Matt says that it's about 1 every other box because there's 6 here, but we can definitely tell that the seeding is wild as far as what comes in what and how many you can get in boxes and stuff like that. We were pretty good on other stuff. we were heavily saturated on Karns as far as Planeswalkers, but I don't think he's in the deck, so fucking 6 of them. God, I hate that stupid face. Yeah. Let me do one of these. Ooh, look at that. It's just my fat face. Alright, so that was Bloomburrow. I'm stoked for the set because it's got this like cutesy vibe, but it's still kind of dark. Somebody described it as some child's movie, Secret and Nim. It's clearly based off of Redfall. Yeah. That being said, I'm not gonna bore you guys with like some big, huge outro and whatnot. You got pretty lengthy on the videos. For the most part, like, I'm sorry if you guys are not big Magic fans and you're here for other content, just because we don't have it available. It's just difficult to get other stuff, and then the stuff that we are available to get, like, it's not cost effective to open things the way that Allie opened them when she was here. It just isn't. Like, it doesn't. The singles don't make the money. Like, if we open Yu-Gi-Oh, it's got to be fire, and even then, it's not, and the prices drop to nothing, so it's just not worth opening that stuff. That being said, I am on a time crunch, and I don't have much of it left today before I have to head out and then come back tonight and do some more stuff, including listing all of this. So, if you are going to be at Oklahoma City Land Run next weekend and you see me, I will be there. I'll be there Thursday afternoon, just hanging out after I get in from my flight and / drive. But I will be there all day Friday for the team event, all day Saturday for Legacy, and all day Sunday for Vintage. Come by, say what's up, tell me I suck, tell me you hate the channel, or you wish that I would hero and Allie would come back, whatever you want to say to me, if you want to say anything to me, or you don't have to say anything to me, because I really don't. It's water off a duck's back, and I don't really give a fuck. That being said, singles are up on TCG, singles available in the shop, pre-release coming up in the shop, a couple of fun things with Bloomburrow coming up at the shop. I think we're going to do some sort of Commander event as well. Yeah. See you guys in the next video.